So I upgraded the clutch and the variator on my Navi. And I want to go through some pitfalls. I'm not going to do a how to change it video because there's a million of them out there. But I do want to talk about some things that I didn't hear much that I ran into. If all goes smoothly, you can be done with this change in like a half an hour. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So I want to give my experience, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys trying to make this decision or that are thinking about doing it on your own. Things to look out for. You should understand how a CVT system works. If your belt is going to ride higher on the variator side, you'll get more top speed. And if the belt rides higher over on the clutch side, then you're going to get more acceleration and low end power. So I saw some folks change, and they would change the contra spring to like a softer spring, but then they're going with lower rollers. And so you need to understand that balance, and you're probably going to have to tweak with it for a while. And you also need to, you want to know where you want that belt to be riding, and if you're going to need to use some shims. So yeah, a lot of the videos that talk about how to change it, oh, just put these things in and kabam, and it's just not that simple. So I had to tear mine apart a few times to get it the way I was after, with some after more acceleration and more I guess torque going up hills. In terms of doing it yourself, I'm not a mechanic at all. And like I said, to tear it apart, to open it up, to remove the 8 screws, and then take the nuts off, pop it on. It took me 20 minutes. I thought, oh wow, this is so easy. But everybody was using an impact wrench to tighten the nuts back on. So you got your nut on your clutch, and you have your nut on your variator. And it's fine on the clutch, but the variator, it's a problem. Do not use an impact wrench to tighten your variator. I don't have a torque wrench. So the first time that I tightened it on there, I thought I had it, and I was excited. It was the last thing I had to tighten. And then I went to start the Navi, and it was making a weird noise. It wouldn't start. And I opened it back up, and the variator, if you don't have it torqued on there tightly enough, it'll push off of there when the Navi is trying to start. And then there's a spline that has some has a corrugated end, and you can twist that corrugation. And my variator got stuck on there. It didn't want to come off. I had to clean it. So thankfully, I didn't ruin the spline, but it was close. And then, so the second time I put it back on, I think I over torqued it, and the back of the variator plate is like just stuck on, like I think I torqued it so much, it just got stuck on there. And that's okay, because this part doesn't need to spin. It's this part. So you really need a torque wrench. Properly get the amount of torque on your variator, or else you're going to end up with problems one way or another. If you damage that spline, I'm told it's a massive repair to fix it. If you do end up with the back of your variator plate stuck like mine is, like I said, it doesn't have to spin, so mine is still stuck on that spline. But then when I wanted to change the rollers, and I went ahead and used 11-gram rollers, when I wanted to change them out, I had to kind of lie the bike down kind of on its side and get up in there, because if you stand this up with the rollers in it, the rollers fall off. So that's how I went ahead and put new rollers in it. The other problem I ran into is the springs. I got the S23 clutch and variator, which perhaps isn't the best one now that I've researched it more. Looks like Melosi might be the best, and then NYC and S23. I didn't really understand. I didn't research it enough before I got them. But they don't give you this M28 nut, and this is the one you need the 39 millimeter socket for. They don't give you this nut, and because you just use the back end. They give you this clutch, and then you use this back end. But when you this nut that is on the Navi, I don't know if it's made of aluminum or what, but it is garbage. And so the second time I took it off, I wanted to try a different set of springs, because the springs I put on, they just caught a little later than I was after. And the second time I went to put it on, it got stripped, this nut. And so good luck finding one of these. At least I had a really hard time. So before you do it, I would make sure you have a replacement or two of these of this clutch nut. You know, you can You can find them online at some of the scooter shops, M28 nut. It's like $3, but if you don't have it and it ends up stripped, then you're without a bike until you get it. And finally, is it worth it? Absolutely, it's worth it. I'm super satisfied with the improvement. I have way more acceleration at the bottom end, and going up hills, I can actually accelerate instead of bogging down like I was before. And when I have a passenger, I have way more power as well. And actually, I lost very little top speed. It's pretty much the same in terms of the top speed. So I'm happy I did it, but I had tons of headaches. I had tons of headaches because of the problems that I had there. But you'll likely have to pull it apart a few times, do some research on how to tune a CVT system, and where exactly you want your belt to be riding. A lot of the videos look like it's just plug and play, put the pieces in, but it's more complex than that. And you could really cause some damage if you do some things wrong. But good luck with your upgrades.